We are celebrating Artology, the new innovative camp of BuildaBridge International. BuildaBridge has been in about 7 or 8 of our shelters with all kinds of arts, and it's well received wherever they go. They're always asked to come back.
Artology is a camp for kids to just get together, have fun, and learn all about art.
And nature.
Artology is a new concept of integrating art with biology. Charlene Melhorn, our cultural arts director, is introducing that to the community and to children who are living in emergency housing.
It's about bringing art and biology together, which a lot of people think are opposites, but they really go hand in hand as far as bringing abstract and concrete learning together, bringing the right and left brain together. There's art and science in observation, in seeing patterns, comparing and contrasting, learning critical thinking skills. These are all part of what Artology is meant to do.
Artology is a combination of looking at art and seeing how we can better influence our environment and our way of thinking.
This particular population we're talking about is the homeless children in Philadelphia, and they are up against great odds. And it's such a stigma attached with that children are finally learning that it's just a temporary situation and we're passing through. I'm going to come out of this.
Back in school, I had the experience of studying art and biology together in Baja, Mexico. It was such a beautiful experience. I wanted our kids to have that too, the same kids that we're working with in the shelter. I was at a summer camp where the kids were playing in a dirt yard. And Philadelphia has the largest urban park system in the nation, if not world, and a lot of our kids don't even know that that exists.
When I was first introduced to BuildaBridge about 3 years ago, I saw the need for arts to really come alive to children in the school district. That's something that has, over the years, has slowly been taken away from our kids.
It's different because in school, they just keep talking about textbooks over and over and over again. They don't actually take you so you can do it yourself. Here is a kind of do it yourself, learn all about it kind of thing.
This camp brings students together from the Germantown community as well as those who are living in transitional homes. And it puts them together in a peer group that's all about learning.
We have set up this camp to give the children the opportunity to use art as a tool for their voice, to use art to explore and to have fun and learn about the things that they're seeing.
Every morning we started the camp with the drum circle, and it was ways for them to recreate what they saw in nature and express themselves emotionally, and they'd come in the morning and let out all of their tension on the drums.
We visited Morris Arboretum, Albury Arboretum. We also visited Fairmount Park, Forbidden Drive, Wissahickon Creek, and the children's response to these trips was absolutely phenomenal. They had so much energy, they had so much enthusiasm, which is wonderful. Just watching them play and ask questions, which we really wanted them to do, and they naturally did that.
After our first day of Artology, I was on a high because I've seen some of these same kids act very differently in those less than desirable surroundings. And what I got to see was what can happen when we tell our kids they are valuable through resources. Every day that we were out in the woods, the kids would carry a backpack that carried a journal as well as magnifying glasses. And as soon as they had them, they were out there taking closer looks at things. Just beginning to open up. Oftentimes our kids have to be really defensive in their surroundings. So this just kind of let all those guards down.
We did experiments on germs and things that they saw under the microscope, and then they reproduced it as botanical illustrations and drawings. And I thought that it was amazing how different things can stick based on different mediums that they use.
We would go out and we would examine things like flowers and little things with microscopes. And we got to draw what we saw, and some people got really creative with it, and that was really nice.
We might draw what itself looks like, or we might draw what insects really look like when you see them up close. It's neat.
We would take time to go to the business room at the shelter, and the kids, even though they struggled with it and they wiggled in their seats, they cheered for the business room. And we talked about business posture and learning how to show professionalism and what this would be like if this were a real meeting or an interview. What the gallery does is continue that discussion of what the business part of this is like. And they get to see their work displayed in a professional way. They get to have other people look at their work and talk about it, ask them about it. It's just a beautiful connection and a wonderful way to conclude things and have them have this experience of success.
One of the young people said, "Gee, I've never been in a creek before." And that statement really reminds us of why we do this. We want the young people's worlds to be as big as possible because we want them to have as many choices for their lives as they can.
You see that energy, you feel that energy that the children bring every single day when they're exploring and doing art. And you see little things with a fresh eye, a child's eye, that sometimes as adults we take for granted.
Hi, I'm Chantel Dawkins, the mother of Taekwon Dawkins, whom attended Artology camp. He came home every day and talked me to death about everything he did. For somebody to take the time to come get my child every day and to teach them something and show them something different, I totally appreciate it, more than these small words can say, so thank you.
We heard comments from the kids that this has been the best day of my life. I never want to leave here. Why can't this continue all the way through the fall? And it's those kind of things that make me want to do this forever. It makes everything worth it. It makes me want to scream to all the funders that this is working.
I know that the seeds that are being planted now by BuildaBridge will go with these kids for years.
If they say we not going to have Artology camp next year, I'm going to cry. If anybody decides to come to Artology camp next year, I hope they have fun. Peace.